Good morning, guys. Welcome to the Fearless Morning Show. Happy Friday. Friday, as Lynn likes to say. Um, my name is Yamicha Jojo Wada, the only Live Past Crazy specialist. So, what better place to be than here with me? Thank you for joining the Fearless Morning Show, where we are having confessions and conversations about your everyday life and finances. I hope everybody's ready to get this beautiful day started. Hope you're ready for the weekend, more importantly. I know that I, for sure, am ready for the weekend. So, I cannot wait. How did you guys like the show on yesterday? Did you enjoy it? Then let me add my fearless co-host here. Going. Sorry about that. I covered you guys up. It's all right. It's okay. I'm gonna love you anyway.
You are so silly. Good morning. How
Good
are you?
morning. How you
Super.
doing this morning?
I'm awesome. Actually, today is May 18th. And for those who knew my sister, today would have been her birthday. She passed away of cancer. But
Oh.
today, May 18th, is her birthday. So I woke up, thinking about her, but then also excited, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's bittersweet, because I really miss her. But she's the
Happy
reason that
birthday, sister.
she's the reason I do what I do. She's the one who told me, Lynn, if anybody can do this thing, you can. So
That's all
Lynn is
right.
on the journey, sister. I hope you hear me. I know you're around here somewhere because you always used to be up in my business, but that's all right. It's a good thing. Right?
Yes, right. Kim said her phone day. Well, I'm glad you on here this morning, Miss Kim. Thank you for joining us.
Yes. Thank you, Kim. But it's a good thing. Like I said, it's bittersweet, but it's a great day. I
Mm-hmm.
wish y'all all knew my sister the way that I had an opportunity to know her. Now let me tell you now, sometimes she would get with you and she could push those buttons and she didn't mind letting you know when you got on her.
Last nerve.
Yes, yes. But
Mm-hmm.
I go ahead with our trivia this morning on this Friday. I was super excited. I think my baby was too excited too because yesterday we were looking over our so we have a time that's dedicated to looking at our finances, looking at his little portfolio, whatever. And he was looking at his portfolio and he's seeing how it's growing. And he started just singing a song, and I started singing the song with him. He made the song up right there on the spot.
Mm-hmm.
And I would sing it for y'all, but it's kind of corny.
It don't
Um,
matter. Sing the song.
oh Lord, see you gonna make me do it, JoJo. Don't
Sing,
make me.
sing, sing.
All right, this is really crazy, but this was his song. It's raining money from out of the sky, money. No need to ask why. Just open your wallet. Yes, open wide. It's raining money. Yay, 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 yay.
I love that song.
That's what he was singing when he was going through his portfolio and looking at how things are progressing. So I hope y'all can sing that song. I know it was corny as all get out.
Girl, I like that. Tell Malachi to sing on, baby.
Yeah, so let's go ahead and get started with our trivia today, y'all, on this May 18th. Thank you for indulging me for listening to that very corny song.
Girl, please. That baby got a hit on his hand. It need to be your theme song for your children edition. A to
Right?
the men.
Oh, that is so awesome. I'm gonna tell him he has to put that in because he did write his own book too. He wrote his own book. Mommy just got to get it published. I got to get on it because my baby stays on it. You hear me?
Yes, ma'am,
You
honey.
can't stop them. Once they get started, you cannot stop them. But mommy got to get on it, and I definitely will, y'all. But the trivia for this morning, let me give you the trivia for this morning. This bit of trivia comes from Zaire, and I don't know what's the connection or the link here. Somebody let me know. But Zaire, Zaire diverted roads to avoid disturbing communities of what? In Zaire, they diverted roads to avoid disturbing communities of what?
Alligators. What?
Actually, community of elves.
Elves.
Yes.
Oh, well,
The
all right then now.
yes, elves.
Okay, I guess everybody got something.
Somebody tell me why. Somebody give me some footage, some proof that
Uh,
elves
uh,
do it.
I was going to say they're not real though, Lynn.
Somebody help me out, but that's okay, y'all. That's what they do. Somebody give me the rationale behind that. There has to be a story. There's always three sides to every story: his side, her side, and the truth. Somebody come to me with the truth, please, as to why that's happening. But that is what happened, y'all. And we're not even just gonna pick on another country. Let's come back to the U.S. U.S. federal law. They specify what color underwear for our crash dummies.
What?
They crash dummies, y'all. Crash dummies, right? We know what the crash dummy is, right? You put it in the car, your car, to see how well the car performs. They have to have T Rose underwear. I don't know why.
I'm gonna say, what does that have to do with anything? To know they're human? I don't know.
No idea. I have no idea, but y'all, that's the law. It's U.S. federal law specifies what color underwear. Yes, they do.
Well,
T-Rose. What is T-Rose? Kind of like a future.
Yeah, I'd hate you to get in trouble because you got on the wrong underwear.
Well, that's for a crash dummy. Hopefully you're not a crash dummy, right?
I'm just saying, honey. Woo, Lord.
Oh, guys, yes, that's our corny trivia for this morning. I think that's the theme for today. It's corny Friday, but it's okay.
It's all right. Hey, I was thinking when we came in, so there you go.
Exactly. It's just I guess we're just too happy today. But anyway, the quote for today comes from none other than Mr. Brian Tracy. You can only grow if you're willing to feel awkward and uncomfortable when you try something new. You can only grow if you're willing to feel awkward and uncomfortable when you try something new.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, that is so true.
It is so awkward and uncomfortable to get on here and talk to y'all, and I can't even see your facial expressions, right? I can't see your body language. You're not even talking back to me. It is very uncomfortable being on this side of the screen, right?
And you know what, Liz? What's uncomfortable for me? Good morning, because I can do this fine. I can speak. I can get up in front of people. I can talk. I can speak. You put me in a small group of people, and I shall not part my lips. I shall not open up my mouth. But you put me on stage. You tell me I got to speak somewhere. I'm on it. I got plenty to say. You put me in a small group. I'm Susie Quiet Mouth. I ain't got nothing to say. That is awkward. That's part of growing.
Right, exactly. So that's an introvert, extrovert. They already have a term for it. You're just both. You're an introvert, extrovert, right? We shine on the stage, and then in a small group, you be like, okay, now what?
Yeah.
Right?
Then I'm for real corny, like.
Right. So now
people looking at me like, did that just come out your mouth?
Right. Is that even the same person? You know, right? And story, y'all, since JoJo shared that, networking events, hated them, right?
I'm no good at that, honey, at all. What's your name? I don't know.
Well, I don't know if it's that bad, but that's just something that I just would prefer to do my time doing something else. Yeah, you'll hold a conversation. Right. Hold a conversation with a rock.
Well, see, Cousin Carl, we all one big family, so we all can talk the paint off a wall, honey. That is not a problem for McGuinn or Waddell.
You know what he reminded me of? Remember Martin whole episode of Martin when he said, when Martin went off to the monastery and he picked up that rock and he was talking to Brother Rock.
Yeah.
How it is, like the insane Martin Payne when he went through that monastery. What was it? Mashi Rumba, Mashi Rumba.
Yeah.
Yes. All right, y'all.
All right, y'all. Let's go.
Too much this morning. Let's go ahead and have this fight.
As Lynn is getting her feelings started together, we already at 7:30 then. She's getting her feelings financial moment. Let me tell y'all, Lynn was up at 4. My first email came from Lynn at 4:53. 4:53 this morning. Lynn, I said, I know that ain't no Lynn Dimas up here emailing at 4:53. But yeah, she followed right up with a text right behind it. and then it was orders, this, and this. I text back, good morning, Lynn. She's like, good morning. She is on it.
I am an early riser, and I am not going to be your girl that stay up late at night. So if you're looking for somebody to hang out at night, if you're looking for somebody to go dancing with, you better go around 7 o'clock, because if you're talking about going about 10 or 11, your girl is done. You hear me?
Like, she don't even give you warning. Lynn, you mid-sentence. Lynn roll over and go to sleep.
Yes, it's true. I cannot lie.
I ain't mad. We were very productive waking up at 4 o'clock every morning.
Right. You know what? It was that thing they told us when we were kids, the early bird catches the worm. So that's what I do. That's what I learned. And that's what's ingrained in me. That's my clock, right? That's my internal clock. Press, y'all. Let's get on with this financial confession and conversation this morning. So what I wanted to talk about this morning are the financial mistakes people are making while you're investing. So avoid these financial mistakes, essentially, is what I'm sharing with you today. And the number one financial mistake that people make is not seeking professional advice. All right? Because you think this is my money and I need it now, and you can't tell me what to do with my money. That's the type of situation that many of us may be in, right? You don't want anybody to tell you how to do anything, because more than likely there are some things that you've done that have put you temporarily in a bind, and you just haven't basically come to the acceptance of that. But what this does, guys, when you don't seek professional advice, it temporarily clouds your judgment in regards to the financial decisions that you want to make, or the financial decisions that you should make to move you to your next, right, in your finances. And that's one of the key reasons, guys, that I come here every morning. It's about economic empowerment for us. That's why I talk about investing, because it's something I know we all are aware we need to do this, but we're not all doing it because we're letting other things get in the way of that. So I'm here to help you push past that so that you can get in front of that for you. So what are those things you can do, guys? Seek out professional advice. Now, I'm not saying you have to always go and pay somebody, right?
Right.
That's not what I'm saying. You don't always have to go out and pay somebody. There's information out there that's available to us at our fingertips. All we have to do is search for it. Google even has voice now. You don't even have to type it up. Press that little speaker in there. That's what it's for. Speak it in there, what you're looking for, and they'll actually find it for you. So it's not even much work that you have to do. You do have to actually read it, right? Except some of the sites, they'll actually read it to you if they have that capability built into their platform. But guys, we have to seek the advice of a professional when it comes to our finances. Why? Because we don't know everything about our money. We were never taught everything about our money. There are so many different things out there, right, that the millionaires know, that others know, that we are not aware of. And if we are, because we're smart. We are a brilliant, intelligent people. Let me say that again, right? We are brilliant, but sometimes we don't walk in that brilliance. We don't follow up in that brilliance. We don't act on that brilliance. All right. Good morning, Charlene. Thank you for joining us. The number two thing, guys, the number two financial mistake you need to avoid. Yes, ma'am, Kim, that's right. Seeking, you shall find. The number two thing that you must avoid, guys, is not adjusting your lifestyle expectations, right? And when I say adjusting your lifestyle expectation, now don't get me wrong, I don't like frugalistas. I don't like trying to live off of the bare minimum. I'm not a minimalist. I am not going to buy a tiny house and live in it and downsize from my house. I am not going to sell my car. There are others who support that type of philosophy. And if that's you, that's cool. Do you, right? But there are some things that we can temporarily do that, that will allow us to adjust. I said, adjust your lifestyle expectations, right? For the time being. So there's some changes that you can make in your life, right? You don't always have to go buy Dunkin' Donuts or Starbucks or whomever the case may be. That $5 or $6 and $7 in some cases could easily be used for investing. Take that away from that one day. Most of us, we go out to eat for lunch with our friends, and that's $20 at least, right? Immediately off the top. That's lunch. Mm-hmm. So there's things, guys, there are a couple of adjustments you can make. I'm not talking about living on a big I'm not talking about getting rid of everything and living your life being busted and just sad because you can't do anything. There's no fun in that. There's no fun in that. But we do need to make those temporary adjustments that are going to allow us to be able to invest. I double dog dare you guys to go and look at your budget and see what are a couple of those things, one or two things that you could actually take out that after a little bit, you won't even miss them, that you can now use and put it over here in this pot of monies that you can now invest, right? There are some simple things that we can do if we adjust just a little, tweak it just a little, right?
Give up the Dollar Tree, y'all. Give up the Dollar Tree and the Dollar Menu. Y'all know how much I spent last year at the Dollar Tree and Dollar Menu?
Yes, and y'all, true story. I just got a little cha-ching on my screen, my notification. So I get a cha-ching notification on my screen from Stockpile every time one of my stock pays a dividend. It just came through just now. So I'm just saying, guys, there are simple little things that you can do. All right, investing, because the end goal is to make your money, keep your money, and grow your money, guys. Mm-hmm. The third thing to share with you today, guys, and I'm guilty of this, and I had to adjust on this one. But we got to stop. We got to avoid this mistake at all costs. And that is overspending on your kids. Let me tell you this.
You about to break the toenail, y'all.
Right? So, and I get it, y'all. I get it. My little one, he's the only child. And in my eyes, when he go through the store and he see the stuff that he wants, and I just be like, oh, I really want to get that for him because he's such a good child. He always does good. He has straight A's in school. You know, he really doesn't give me any problems. Granted, he's only 7. I get it. He's not a teenager yet. We haven't gotten to that part of the struggle that I hear from others. But I mean, sometimes it becomes difficult because he tugs at your heartstring. Those babies tug at your heartstring when they want stuff. And when they say, oh, mama, please, can I have this? And then where do we immediately go? Oh, yes, my baby needs to have this. My baby needs to have this. My baby needs to have this. So I think I need to go ahead and buy this. So we end up overspending our children. Case in point, y'all, and I'm guilty of this as well. Yes, Kimberly, you're guilty as well. And I dare say there are more on this broadcast, whether you're watching us live or for the replay, who will also be guilty of this. So we went to the outlets, commerce outlets the other day, y'all. And I was just going to the Nike store to waste some time. Why in the world would I go to the Nike outlet store to waste time when I know that is one of the places that my son loves? Why? Because he wants the shoes. They had the Jordans, they had the other Nikes. I don't even know what all of that stuff is. But then of course, he knows where the kids section is. And immediately That's the part of the store we're going to, because I'm trying to head towards the ladies section so I can look, and he immediately diverges. So it's like I'm following him now through the store to the boys section to look at the shoes. And then on top of it, y'all, the boys' shoes are not cheap. Long story short, y'all, we were walking through the store. We end up with 3 pairs of shoes. Didn't I tell y'all I was going in there just to look? We were just time. We ended up with 3 pair of shoes, and then by the time I got to the register, I came to my senses. I was like, what in the world? This child can only wear 1 pair of shoes at a time. It's the end of the school year. I mean, what in the world am I thinking going through this process? So I turned to my baby. I said, look, we have 3 pairs of shoes here. Which pair of these shoes are you willing to pay for? Did y'all?
They changed their mind real quick.
Sure enough, he selected the cheapest pair of Nikes out of that stack for $19.99. You hear me? Huaraches, yes. Huaraches. Yes, ma'am. I know it. I'm guilty. Baby got 2 pair of those darn things. But anyway, right? We get caught up in this trap of dealing with things with our children. So how do we get past that? You do exactly what I said to my baby. What are you willing to pay for? They had a dance today at school, right? It's the end of the year school dance. And I said, Malachi, are you going to the dance? He was like, yes, mommy, I'm going to the dance. I said, okay, go get your, he has his binder, right? With his information. He has some money in there for his saving, spending, and giving inside of his little pouches. I've showed you guys that before. And I said, baby, go get your folder, right? Go get your portfolio folder and get the money out so you can pay for the dance. You know what he said? Nah, that's all right, mama. I think I won't go to the dance this time. He did not want to pay for it. So lesson learned, guys. Anytime your children for anything, ask them, are you willing to pay for it? If you are, that's fine, right? I'll take this money out of your account so you can now pay for it, and you'll see what it is that they truly want. Guys, we got to stop overspending on our kids. Take that money now and start investing. As a result of putting those other pairs of shoes back, because my baby only wanted to pay for the pair that was $19.99. As a result of putting those other pair of shoes back, guys, we had an extra $100 so we could go buy some another share of Disney stock, because it was below $100 at that time, right? It went a little bit above $100 now, but still, there are things, guys, that we have to do and do differently. We can avoid these pitfalls, these financial mistakes, and start investing. And then the last thing, guys, that I want to say that we definitely need, get him some Jesus. No, thank you, Carl. Right? No, thank you. I would rather buy the Adidas stock, because Jesus, those are Kanye West shoes, right? And Kanye is with Adidas. I would rather buy my stock in Adidas than to buy those shoes. That's the philosophy that we're on now. No Jesus here. Thank you, Jesus. All right. Moving right along. Guys, the last thing to avoid, yes, as you're beginning to invest, is not paying off debt. You made the debt. You know you made the debt. So why are you not paying off the debt, right? There are certain things that we have to be responsible for. We're adults, guys, and we simply just need to go ahead and do it. So make sure you're doing that, because paying off your debt does so many different things for you. Now, I'm not saying that you should not ever borrow. Let me be clear, because this is something I had to get past. I'm not saying do not ever borrow, because when you borrow money that you leverage, that's now going to grow for you, that's a different way of thinking. All right. Remember the book, the millionaire mind versus the middle class? Looking at those concepts of how the millionaire thinks versus how the middle class thinks. See, that's what they do, guys. They leverage other people's money. We've talked about that before. So yes, pay off the debts you owe on those little things that you've now purchased that are not going to give you value. They give you no ROI, right? You can shine for a little bit with your shoes or your purse, right? But that's about it.
Yep.
So what are those things that are now going to be assets for you as opposed to liabilities to you? See, that's what you need to catch. How am I building assets? So pay off all those debts, yes, that are liabilities to you, but those things.
Lynn, did we lose you?
Hey,
There she go.
sorry guys, that was my husband calling in, and he doesn't call me during this time, so he scared me for a moment, but then he hung up. So if he calls back, just know I'm taking that call. All right. Yes. Right. You never borrow to pay a debt. You do not borrow to pay a debt unless there's some way that you are going to leverage to be able to put more money in your pocket, right?
Mm-hmm.
Unless there's investing opportunity that's going to be an ROI for you. There's a return on your investment. It's going to make you money. If it doesn't make you money, then absolutely not, right? So leverage absolutely a good thing. And we're talking about paying off those bad debts. There are good debts. And that, let me be clear, there are things you need on your credit report that are going to allow you to have a higher credit score as well. This is not a credit conversation this morning, but all of these things tie in so very well together. So guys, if you're ready to move to your next level and get in on this investing pathway, we definitely invite you to join us on June 16th. I cannot express it enough, guys, that you need to go get your ticket at bit.ly/Great Escape Mini, where we'll be going through the process. Do stop. You will be doing the work. Make it intentional, make it a priority, make it all about you on this day, because you'll be coming in and doing the work to get to your next in your finances, and with a holistic viewpoint around investing. We'll be looking at life. What are the systems there that you need to put in place? And we'll also be working on your health, ladies. Yes, this event is for the ladies. So ladies, when you meet us on June 16th, don't forget to go get your ticket, and also bring a friend with you, because it's great to have an accountability partner. Bring somebody else in the room so that you don't own. That's what we're called to do, y'all. We're called to build up our community. And we cannot build up our community if we're getting all of this great information, right, and keeping it to ourselves. Do not keep this to yourselves. Do not continue with that crabs in a bucket mentality. Get out of the current situation that you're in, guys, and get to your next. See, you have to do something different in order to do something different. Right? Do something different in order to do something different. And in order to be able to do that, guys, we're here to help you. And I'm not saying that we're the only people who can help you. First and foremost, you must help yourself.
Yes, wait a minute.
Right? You must help yourself. You must have the right mindset, and you must understand that this is important, guys. That this is important for me. See, I had to come to that realization for myself. You all yesterday, all the different things, and I know JoJo, the time is winding down.
You're okay. Go ahead. I'm sorry, it's a little coughing. I'm all right. Go ahead. What was you saying?
Okay, I started reading some of the coughing as cues, but
child, I can't. I'm looking over here because I can't find my cough drops. And I'm about out of water. You okay?
Awesome. But guys, yes, definitely, we have joined us for this event. It's going to be an amazing time. It's an amazing opportunity for us to come together with like minds and get to our next. We'll be sharing with you. I'll have the investing that's ready and waiting for you, that actually walks you through the steps to identify those things you want to invest in. What I suggest and highly recommend before you come, yes, there's homework before you come. Make sure you go ahead, and if you are investing, know what you're invested in before you come, right? So that if you have some specific questions about what you're invested in, maybe it's something inside of your 401k, or maybe you have a prospectus or something you like, Lynn, I don't even know where to begin. What parts of this thick book with the tiniest writing in the whole world am I supposed focus on, and how in the heck do I find time to focus? See, guys, we're going to break that stuff down because it's not about I understand. You don't have time to read through all the small print, but there are certain things where you can go through, skim through, get the context of what it is that you're looking for. So what are the key things, right? What are those key things that you need to look at to ensure that this is where you want to leave your money if you are invested here? And if you're not invested there, then how do I now look for those wonderful opportunities? How do I look for the things that I now need to be invested in? If you're not invested in the SPY, that's the S&P 500, guys, go there first. Start investing today, right? Get there first. Look for an opportunity, whether you're using Stockpile, Robinhood, all the different apps. I'm missing a couple. I know there are tons of them out there. You decide what's best for you. But what I will share with you is we'll be using Stockpile at the meeting. We'll be starting out with Stockpile. And when we go to our retreat later in October, we're going to look at Stockpile and we're going to look at TD Ameritrade. So we're going to ramp it up, if you will. But guys, get into place at the Do Shop so that you can do the work to get started. Nothing like getting started. It's just like you want to get up and go running. And I hate running, y'all. I hate running. But it's not until I get in my car, get to the park, get out of the car, get to the trail, and I see other people out there running, then I get the motivation to run.
Then you're excited.
Then it becomes a competition, right? I'm like, oh Lord, they running. That old lady is running past me. I better pick it up, right?
Get you every time.
That those people don't know it, but they're my accountability partners when I get out there, right? They have, in my mind, they help me to be accountable to get this workout done. So that's what we do at the Do Shop, y'all. All of those people in the same place help you to be accountable to get the work done. And you have to recognize you'll find that person who's very much in the same place as you are. There are tons of people out there just like you who want to invest. They haven't started investing, but once you get there together, you can motivate each other. You can push each other doing this. See, that's what we miss, right? That's what we miss sometimes, guys. So we definitely want to see you June 16th. Go get your ticket, bit.ly/Great Escape Mini. I'm Lynn Dimmons, y'all, America's #1 financial rebound coach. Yes, I said it. America's #1. All right, Miss JoJo, over to you.
Oh, my ears itching, and cousin Carl can attest to this. Every Waddell I know makes that little sound when they scratch their ear.
Don't do it.
I'm not gonna do it, but whoa, let me tell you, make my ear feel good right about now. All right, guys, sorry about that. It's gonna be all right. So woo, honey, this is real live TV. That's all right. This is how it goes. So the fearless thought for today, guys, is one of the key things to living past crazy. And they are all so important, and I think they all hold equal weight, except for maybe one. But this one is your thoughts affect your outcome. That is one of the biggest keys, because on this journey, your thought process, how you think about this thing. Remember a couple of months, golly, around January, I talked about what are the thoughts you're thinking about yourself. Your thoughts are going to determine your outcome. And that's the only thing that's going to help advance you through the adversity that you're going to encounter on this fearless journey. And I think Lynn and I have been very clear that you got to do the work. It's going to be a little bumpy. You're going to have to learn to adjust, the highs and the lows. And so when you're going through the adversity, it is right there. I always say this is the place where battles are won. It is at that moment where your thoughts are going to determine your outcome, because you can be in an absolutely terrible, terrible place. Like, and this is my confession for today, and it ties in with Lynn's finances, is that when I took a minute to look at my finances last year when I was doing my taxes, and when I tell you my feelings was all the way hurt that I spent $7,000 between the Dollar Tree, the Dollar Menu, Family Dollar, all these little places that had dollars in it, that then I started thinking, here you are, a smart girl, you got a master's, 2 undergraduate, working on a PhD, and you spent $7,000 eating out and at the dollar store. 7,000, JoJo. I mean, when I tell y'all I had the biggest pity party and I felt bad, and I was like, well, I can't get out of this. I can't go move past this. And then that is when you have to focus your thoughts. You have to focus your mindset to say, and forgive yourself that you made that mistake. You got to forgive yourself. We talked about that yesterday. You got to forgive yourself that I made this mistake, whether it's in your life or your finances. I say, okay, JoJo, you made the mistake. But the good thing is, now you know what mistake you made. And now you know that you got to move on. You got to move past it. Because if you don't, you're going to stay right there and you're going to continue the same bad habit. Because if I would have stayed in that pity party, guess where I would be eating at all the time saying, and this is what it gets you. It's just $1. It's just $1. It's just $1.99. It's just $2.99. And that will sucker you in every single time. You got to think about that in your life and in your relationships. Oh, he's such a sweet guy. But if you got to keep adding buts to whatever it is you're doing, it may not be the best thing. If you find yourself continuously compromising who you are at your core, your character, your best interest, your safety to adjust to somebody else, then you might want to think about that. Yes, Charlene, it adds up really fast. So your thoughts affect your outcome. So think about that on this weekend when you guys sit down and look at your finances and you're thinking about your friendships and your relationships. What are you saying that's going to affect get you the outcome that you want? Are we going to have a pity party and say, well, I can't do no better than this? Lynn, I think Lynn was $100,000 in debt with student loans, and I'm right there with her. And you got to have that mind. Well, Lynn has paid hers off, right, Lynn? Praise the Lord. I'm right there I'm on my way. Woo! Thank you, Jesus. All right, but it is your mindset that is going to determine your outcome. And I always say this, how determined are you to achieve it? Because back in the day, my freshman year in college, when I wanted to go to the club and I didn't have no money, but I was determined to go to the club, Lynn, I found that $5 to get in the club. I don't know how I found it, but I was bound and determined. I wrote papers, I did hair, I did whatever I had to do to get my money. So while as adults, we afraid to hustle to get the outcome that we want. I'm not afraid, honey. Let me tell you something. I'm ready. I have lived past crazy, and I told you guys I'm at a new turning point. I'm on a new journey, and I'm hustling even more to get the outcome that I want. But your thoughts are definitely going to determine your outcome, because when you start to go through adversity, when those little problems hit, and they will hit, it's life. There's no way around that. There's absolutely no way around it. It's your thoughts at that moment that are going to encourage you or discourage you to continue to do what you need to do. So you're going to be encouraged or discouraged today. If it's your finances, if you're in the Dollar Tree, dollar store cycle like I was, hey, it's okay. Admit it. And that's the first step, is admitting we have a problem. And the second step is moving past it. So what are we willing to admit today? That's right, Charlene. Don't do it. Don't waste your time or your money. Know your importance in life and know that your finances is important. Again, y'all, let's not lose sight that we are building life legacies, and yes, we are building generational wealth, because it all starts with us. And even if you don't have children, or you say all my family is gone, your name shall continue. It shall be great, regardless. So you can say the Waddell and Tweety name. Let me tell you, Gerald Waddell instilled in me that the Waddell name must go on, and it can't be half-stepping. He ain't accepting nothing less than great. He instilled that to me. And my grandfather, the same thing with the Tweety name. Your name is all you got, baby. That's what he used to tell me. So it encourages me to continue to do what I need to do, so that as I'm building generational wealth, as I'm building life legacies, that name can continue. So guys, today I encourage you. What are your thoughts concerning your outcome? What are you thinking about today? Are you having a pity party, or are you encouraged to keep going and doing what you need to do? So that is key. That is one of the steps of living past crazy, determining your thoughts to help you get the outcome that you want to get. And think about this. When you mad, sad, and disgusted, that's all you're going to get. You're going to see nothing but negativity coming to you, because that's all you're focusing on. Whatever you focus on is what comes to life. Be mindful of that. All right, guys, that is it for the Fearless Morning Show. And Lynn has already told us about the... Well, first, if your friends and family do not have Facebook, here's our YouTube channel. So make sure that you share it. Go ahead, Lynn.
Guys, we got one more thing. If you want more information this Saturday about the Great Escape Mini, for us to go into more detail, we have an informational call where we'll be sharing more information. So go ahead and text finances to 345-345. Text that keyword finances to 345-345. Let us know you want the information. We'll send the informational call out to you. Yes, text finances, that keyword finances to 345-345. That informational call will be Saturday at 10 a.m. All right, that's JoJo.
That's right. And then on this call, we'll be talking about what you can expect for June 16th at the Circle and Moon, the Great Escape Mini. I encourage you guys to come out. Tickets are on sale now. They will go up June 1st, so make sure you get it. And bring a girlfriend with you. Bring a friend. Bring a buddy, somebody that is going to be excited with you and for you, and that you can work through it together. Somebody you can call and say, hey, girl, let's sit down this week and go over our money. Hey, girl, let's sit down this week and talk about where are we going in our life? How are we going to live past crazy? Because it has got to... Listen, and I can't even get it out, Lynn. This is my, as grown men and women, some things I did in my childhood, I should no longer continue to do as an adult. Point in case, if I'm having the same fight that I had in high school that I'm having now at 42, somewhere along the way, there's a disconnect. If I'm still having to say, leave my man alone, this my boo. If I'm still having to fight over something that makes absolutely no sense, you might be living in crazy. If I'm still having to go do the same things that I was immature and didn't understand the consequences of when I was younger, that I'm having to do past 30 and 40, there may be a disconnect somewhere. You may be living in crazy. If you have the same debt, if the check cash in place, people know you by your first name, you may be living in crazy in your finances. A to the man. If you have had the same boyfriend problems that you've had in high school, where they talk to you like you crazy, y'all break up, you taking back, you fight, y'all taking back, you may be living crazy in your relationship. If you and your best friend are friends today, not friends to Marcus, he said, she said, and we can't, you may be living crazy in your friendship. I'm just throwing some options out there to help you understand where you may be living in crazy. I'm just, just a few of them. So we invite you out June 16th, y'all, so that we can stop living in crazy in our life and our finances. It's going to take some work. Come prepared to work with your paper, your pens, your pencil, your iPad, your notebook, whatever it is. Lynn is going to handle the technical financial side, and I got you for the mental and emotional side. And I'm excited. I am really excited. I pinned the website so you guys can go get your tickets, invite a friend, and make sure you share this with your friends and family who you think need to be there as well. So I'm excited about you guys being there. Lynn, anything else you want to add?
No, that's guys. We look forward to seeing you on June 16th. So go get your tickets, bit.ly/Great Escape Mini.
That's right. And if you have any questions about the event, you can reach out to Lynn and I. Definitely, you want to be on the informational call Saturday. So text finances to 345-345. That is a free call. It's going to be 10 a.m. on Saturday. So you can call in and ask questions and hear exactly what we're going to be doing on June 16th. All right, guys, I hope you have an amazing weekend. Hope you have a great day. We will see you here bright and early. Hopefully tomorrow at 10 a.m. if you're going to be on. So text finances 345-345. Otherwise, we'll see you here Monday morning. Hold on. I'm the dollar girl. Let me tell you something. And did you catch the point where I said that Dollar Tree and that dollar menu had me at $7,000 last year? Whoo, honey. Let me tell you, it will get you every single time. Yes. And that's all it takes, Tara, is paying better attention to our finances. And what Wells Fargo did for me, I was able to print it out and then they break it down into graphs so that I can see what I need to do. Lynn, you want to comment on that?
Girl, she already said it, and she recognized that. That's the beauty of it. Oftentimes we recognize that that's our issue, but she's past where a lot of people are. A lot of people won't even face it. And I think her comment that she's facing saying that it's time for her to do something about it. These grown folk things, right?
Yeah. This is what grown. We got kids. And Tara, congratulations. She got a new grandbaby, right? I saw a picture. You got a new grandbaby. So you got life legacies to leave for your grandchildren. And what better place to be than here with me and with America's #1 rebound coach, Lynn Dimmons. Yes, she said it. America's #1. So I hope you join the call on Saturday, Tara, so that you can get some more information and maybe Lynn has some freebies too. Lynn, what's that? Don't you have some freebies on your website?
I sure do. We'll post those links there for those of you who need them. I have tons of freebies over at DimmonsEnterprise.com. Preparing to Invest Challenge. We have the 7-day challenge, bit.ly/7-day prep. So if you go over to our website, we'll definitely guide you to the right place, and I'll add those links there for anyone who wants to get them. Guys, there's no excuse for us to continue to be broke, busted, and disgusted, and sick and tired of being sick and tired and not doing anything.
Cause I'm tired, boss. I'm tired, girl. Woo, I'm tired. Cause let me tell you, this living paycheck ain't no joke. I ain't got time for that. I ain't got time for that. I worked many years at McDonald's, and I learned very quickly that was not the lifestyle for me. I needed to do better and greater things, and that requires some action behind it. Lynn, I posted your website for everybody so that they can go and check you out. All right, guys, have a great weekend. Thank you so much for joining. We'll see you here bright and early tomorrow at 10 a.m. 345-345. Text finances to 345-345, and we'll see you here Monday morning at 7:15. Have a good weekend.
Signing off, y'all.